Hey y'all, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Tidbit Tuesday with Grace, and welcome to the first day of spring, at least in the northern hemisphere. We've had our equinox and all the fun stuff, so it's a day early because of leap year and other stuff. But welcome to the first day of spring over here. I see I'm all bright and colorful. I was waiting on it. I'm always going to be colorful, but especially when spring gets here because it's one of my favorite seasons, minus the pollen. We're not going to talk about the pollen. But for today's tidbit, I'll be very quick because I know that you all, it's the end of the night. You might have a long day, and I have some things I need to do as well. But I wanted to come in very quickly and just say with spring, I know that today was cold. It didn't feel like spring. It didn't necessarily look like spring, but it was still spring, right? And such as it is in our lives, sometimes we know that things are supposed to be a certain way. According to everything, that's what it is, but we don't feel like it. It doesn't feel as it should. Sometimes in our relationships, we don't feel the love. We don't feel, that we're in love with our mate, or whether it's our job, we don't feel anymore that it is the right place for us, or we don't feel that it's serving our interest, or even with our families, we don't feel loved, we don't feel appreciated. All these things, right? We don't feel, right? So I wanted to remind us sometimes that we have to go beyond our feelings. Just because we feel a certain way does not mean that we function based on how we feel. Because, baby, if we functioned on how we felt, a lot of us would be messed up right now. A lot of us would not have the good things that we have. A lot of us would be in a much worse state than we are because we function based off of how we felt. Right. And so I want us to, for this tidbit, to remind yourself of all those things that you know, all those things that are absolutes, all those things that it might not look like it. It might not feel like it, but you know them to be truth, right? Like I know, according to the calendar, according to the equinox, according to the farmer's almanac, all those things, that it's spring. And it doesn't feel like it today because it's cold, it was windy, it was very almost like winter still, but it's spring. I know that. So regardless of what it seemed like, I still function today like it was spring, right? In the same token, I want you to do that in your lives. Maybe it's not feeling like you want it to feel. You're not getting the goosebumps and the things that you want to get. Maybe you are struggling with something. But I want you to remember, again, we're not functioning off of feelings. We're functioning off of truth. We're functioning off of what we know. We're functioning off of reality and what's really true for our lives. And sometimes truth and fact are not the same, right? So the fact might be one thing, but function off of truth, which is what the reality is and what is really, really the case, okay? So see beyond what might be fact and function in your truth, right? So that's it for today's tidbit. Function out of truth. Don't function out of feelings and what it looks like. Function out for what you know. Okay? All right. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Happy spring, y'all. It's going to start looking like it actually is, right? And that's in all of our lives, not just spring in the season, but in all of our lives. And I'm excited about your growth and what's to come. All right. Happy spring. Happy Tuesday. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.